Ladies and gentlemen, at this time it is my pleasure to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2012. She is ranked first in the class with a cumulative grade point average of 103.3050. She is the daughter of Mary Lou Chaburka of Dalton and Robert Cox of Clark Summit. This young woman will be attending the Virginia Commonwealth University to study art. Lackawanna Trail's valedictorian of the class of 2012 is Laura Emily Cox.
Good evening. It is my honor to address the Board of Directors, Administration, faculty, fellow graduates, family, and friends as the valedictorian of the class of 2012. To be perfectly honest, I have been dreading this speech since I realized I might have to give one when I found that little number 1 printed at the bottom of my 9th grade report card. That small number planted itself in the back of my head as an emblem to the speech I may one day have to give. That seed I left alone, discarded at the back of my brain to be dealt with someday in the future. Since entering high school as an annoying little race-based girl, I've attended almost every graduation ceremony. After 9th grade, with that tiny seed dwelling in my mind, I've listened intentionally to the student speeches, hoping to spark an expected idea for my own. To this day, I do not remember one word, save for a tidbit of advice. I do not remember the exact words, nor who even said them, just as many of you here tonight will not remember my words, and to be honest, I may not either. Yet I hope to strike some heart deep inside of just one person as the student's part of advice struck me. He said to make mistakes and make plenty of them, so long as you learn from it. Make the big mistakes now, while we're young, and grow with each risk. In the words of Albert Hubbard, the greatest mistake you can make is to be continually fearing you will make one. So go out there and try new things. Make mistakes big or little. Jump when opportunity comes knocking. Get up and go for what you aspire instead of waiting for something to come your way. Take small steps and large risks, but remember to learn from it all. Finally, the day we have all been looking forward to for the past 9 months is here, and I have a speech to deliver. It isn't public speaking I've been dreading, nor the fact that the past 3 years have been building up to the speech, and I'm afraid it might fall short of such tremendous expectations I've thrust upon my own shoulders, especially since the last speech I gave was 15 minutes long in Mrs. Harris's 9th grade English class. But I suppose it won't be too hard to top that. It would be impossible for me to stand here before you without the help and support of my friends and family. Mom, you gave me my creative flair, and Dad, you taught me how to succeed. My 2 older sisters have set the bar high for me to reach, and the rest of my family has supported me since I was wearing curly skirts and 2 headbands. My friends have stood by my side and have always believed in me, lending me a hand whenever I doubted myself. I cannot thank all of you enough for being a part of my life and helping me grow into the person I am today. The true reason I've been dreading this is because in years past, thinking about the future was a vast black abyss that scared me to no end. Throughout high school, we rushed to the finish line without thinking about the time we're passing by. I look back now, after growing up way too quickly, and try to remember where all that time went. Today, we're standing at the finish line, at the edge of the abyss, and any slight breeze can push us over. Today is the end of our future as we know it, the end of all certainty. We may know the destination, but the journey is a shaded path of hills and sharp turns. Standing here, I'm still scared to my core. Each step from here on out is my own, but that path is far from solitary. I'm sure we'll all meet a few friends and use some brains, or a heart, or a dash of courage along our own yellow brick road. The saying goes that every person is a new door to a different world. Seniors, I don't want to stand here and lecture you about individuality when it's such a boring cliche and we're all wearing the same colors outfit. However, I recently read that the odds of you existing exactly as you do today are 1 in 10 to the 2,685,000 exponent. basically zero. Appreciate that for what it is, and realize that you could be radically different if one tiny, insignificant detail had not been in place. In my world, I'm just this crazy girl who lives out in the middle of nowhere and goes to a homey school where everyone knows everyone and it's not too difficult to stand out. Come fall, we will all be journeying off in our own separate ways, and along our paths, we will meet hundreds upon thousands of new people. Every person is a new door to a different world. With almost 7 billion people on Earth, that's a lot of different worlds. Discover as many as you can. You will never run out of new experiences. In this year full of laughs, I've also had a few firsts. Won my first medal, saw my first movie, had my first cavity, and got my first attention. Thanks, Mr. Pierce. Whether good or bad, we will always have another first. There will always be something new to try or another chance to take. So try it, take it, experience everything, make mistakes, have fun, but remember to learn from it. There's no point in worrying. What will come, and we will have to meet it when it does. Thank you.